Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing a keep and sell on the Manchester City squad. We did a similar thing to this with the Man United squad. If you haven't looked at that, check it down below. But yeah, we're just going to go through each individual player and discuss if we would keep them or sell them. So Man City have had a probably turbulent season this season, so there will be some players in here probably unexpected. So yeah, before we get into it though, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, starting off with number 1, Ederson, in the goalkeepers.
I personally think you should get rid of him.
Yeah.
I just mainly because you have Ortega, and I believe you can either go that way or there's another goalkeeper that you can eventually sign.
Yeah.
And I think Ederson's coming to the end of his sort of stint at City.
Yeah.
I think Saudi money will come calling and he'll be off.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'll go with that as well. I think we can cash in on him. Only signed him for 30 million when he first came, so I would definitely sell him because I feel like, and we'll get on to him in a minute, but I feel like Ortega is the perfect combination of the distribution and the shot stopping.
Of course, yes.
So yeah, I would sell Ederson as well. We're going to Scott Carson.
Keep him.
Yeah, why
Keep
not?
him. The best five-a-side goalkeeper in the world.
That's it. He's a cult hero.
He is.
Exactly. So yeah, I keep Scott Carson and Ortega.
Keep.
Yeah.
I think he's a brilliant goalkeeper.
Same.
Really, when he come from Arminia Bielefeld,
Yeah.
I can't remember when it was, but it's not too long ago. Everyone thought I was a bit of a backup sign and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
my God, he's half bloody stepped up and
Yeah.
he's kicked Ederson out the team.
That's it. I mean, he's done stuff that when we had Stefan before, like Stefan always done a mistake or whatever, but I can't remember a mistake that Ortega's made. He's been solid every time he plays.
He's a very good shot stopper.
Yeah,
Very good.
and I think he's much better than Ederson, and also has that distribution that Ederson has. Not to the top tier.
Not to the level Ederson does have, but
it's,
he can get there.
On to the defenders now. We've got Manuel Akanji. Will we keep or sell him?
I'd keep him if I was saying. I really like him as
So do I.
because he's such a utility player. He can play left back and he can play centre half.
Yeah.
I think just a solid player. There's not really too much to say.
No, yeah, he's just solid.
He's quite consistent. I know this season hasn't been great for City, but he's probably been one of the better players.
Yeah,
in that defence.
Yeah, definitely. Next one, let's go the same as well. Next one, Nathan Ake. I'd go the same again. To be honest. I'd
there's
keep
not really
him.
too much. He can play both full-backs and centre half. It's a bit of a short one, that one.
Fair enough. Ruben Diaz.
Keep him. He's still one of the best centre halves in the league, if not in the world.
Yeah, and you see this season as well, when he's out of injury for a few weeks, you do notice it. You know,
100%.
Yeah, we're getting like I don't know, if maybe Rico Lewis in the defence, and then having to jiggle about the defence just because of Diaz's absence. So it does affect us a lot, and yeah, when he is missing, you do tell. So yeah, I'll definitely keep him.
100%.
Another one, Josko Gvardiol.
He has been the best player in that team so far.
Yeah, you think?
I think so. Like whenever I see him play, he plays left back, and for some reason he always ends up scoring.
Yeah,
Every time I watch it, he doesn't see, and he's our age, you know. Which
he was, and he was signed as a centre back as well.
He was, and he's come to life in Premier League football. He is one of the best players in the world for who he is.
Yeah,
and he can definitely be a lot better, which is mad.
Yeah,
so definitely keep him.
Yeah, fair enough. Controversial one now. Rico Lewis come under a lot of scrutiny this season. Will we keep, sell, or maybe even loan him? We did that in the Man United video.
Okay, I wouldn't loan him.
No, you wouldn't loan him?
No, I wouldn't loan him. Just mainly because of what system does he fit in.
Yeah, true.
Because he's so built to City system. Where he plays at CDM, he's not CDM at say a Leicester or an Ipswich or something like that. Because they need someone who's tough and brute, brute force.
Very true.
He's too technical for that, and he's not good enough to play with fullback, like an out-and-out fullback. So I would say keep him.
Keep him, yeah. What? Just integrate him into the
team?
He's been thrown in this year, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
Next one, John Stones. We keeping, selling.
I'd still keep him.
Yeah.
It's not really too much to say. I would keep him. He's good on the ball. I know he gets injured quite a bit.
Yeah.
But on the ball, he's brilliant, and he's one of the best centre halves in the league.
Yeah, same. I'll go along with that. Next one now, Kyle Walker.
Get him gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He is past it. He's lost that yard of pace. I know that he's still quite quick, but he's still lost that yard of pace. Defensively, he's not that good anymore because he hasn't got that extra yard of pace now.
Yeah.
I don't know, he just seems like he's reclining, and obviously age is showing it.
Yeah.
I think it's time to move on from Kyle Walker and get someone else.
Yeah, I mean, like, even his pace when it gets him out of jail, his positioning sometimes is awful. Yeah, like, he's the amount of goals that we've conceded because it's either down to him. Like, I remember the Gabriel one. You remember when he was just sort of kept tapping him on the body or whatever, and then Gabriel just run off and scored. So it's just, I don't know, it's sort of like, I don't know, I can't think of the word, but like it's relaxed defending. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not as, you know, intense as he was at the back before, so I feel like he's lost that edge about him, so yeah, I'd sell him, same as you.
Definitely.
On to midfielders now. Someone's been injured for the majority of the season, Oscar Bob.
See, I'll always go back to the Newcastle game last year, how well we played in that, and if that's the standards he can play at, I'd say keep him.
Yeah, I would go keep him as well. I feel like, I know you're not a City fan, you don't watch much as what I did, but he was quality, honestly. He was so good, and I rate him above the likes of Doku and all that stuff in terms of his output. And I feel like that injury was a real hit for us because that's when he was just starting to
come alive.
Yeah, and now he's a spot down in the team, and that leg break just killed it. And hopefully he's back in. I think it was February, so fingers crossed he does get back to full fitness.
I think really next season's when he should really kick off.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Next one is Kevin De Bruyne. I think this is a controversial one as well because there have been rumours.
There have been a lot of rumours.
So yeah.
It's mad to think that you're debating selling him. He is literally the best player in the world, in my opinion.
In his position.
Yeah. And, oh God. This is the one I left blank.
Yeah.
It was really like, I didn't know who to choose, what way to go.
Put your neck on the line and say it.
I think you should stay one more year.
Stay one more year. Okay, yeah.
Give him one more year. Let Pep, have that another summer. And then that'll be a swan song that season when you go and win the league.
Fair enough. I'd keep him as well. I just feel like he's got that experience that no one else has. He can still change a game at how old he is. Yes, he gets injured a lot more now, but I'd still have him in the squad. Why would you not have a guy like that in your squad?
100%.
Yeah.
I think any team in the world would easily find a place for him.
On to another Belgian, Jeremy Doku.
See, I really like him.
Yeah,
I always said that. I remember when I watched him against England that time. That friendly,
maybe you said.
Ruined Kyle Walker. At the time.
Yeah.
So I generally think just keep him. He's still young. He's an unfinished product.
Yeah.
If he had that end product, he'd be one of the best players in the world. We'd be talking about one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, I would keep him, but as you said, his end product is so frustrating to watch. Like he is the most brilliant dribbler I've seen.
He can beat anyone, literally anyone.
Then
when it comes in front of goal, making the right pass, he'll do the wrong thing.
But also, he's had Sterling before. When Sterling was quite raw, and Pep come into the team, he turned Sterling into a quality, goal scorer. Yes, he wasn't always a quality finisher, but he was always in the right place, right time.
He's always arriving late at the back post,
and
I think you can get that with Doku.
Yeah, exactly, and hopefully he can mould him into that sort of Sterling profile. But yeah, I'd definitely keep him, same as you. Man who hasn't performed very well this season, Phil Foden.
And you can't. If anyone says to sell him, it's stupid. Yeah. He's City through and through.
That's it.
He has them glimpses still where he has the quality.
Yeah.
And I know he had a lot of screw. He didn't have a great summer for England, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's Phil Foden.
Exactly.
He's still one of the
best. He can come alive
in
any season.
And he was player of the season last year.
That's it. Yeah.
So you can't go and say, you're not every season you're going to be player of the season.
That's it. Yeah. Up next, Jack Grealish.
Oh. I think sell him.
Yeah.
I think it's about time. Not waste is the wrong word, but you've spent 100 million on him, and he hasn't been that £100 million player that everyone would.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've sort of changed my view on him. I was going to say keep, but I feel like I would sell him because
you can still get a bit of money from him because he's English.
Yeah, and he does get a lot of injuries as well. Like he's out for a few weeks every now and again, and when he does come into the side, yes, he does make an impact where. He can change a game, but it's very rarely. And as you said, 100 million. We've got so many wingers now as well. Savinho, Doku, Bob coming back in as well.
Yeah. It's I find himself going back.
Foden about on the left as well, and it's going to be tough. And we don't need a player like that anymore. I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I would sell him. Right, up next, Ilkay Gundogan. What would we do with him?
I don't think you should have signed him in the first place.
Nah, yeah.
That was my thing. When I heard you signed him, I thought, really?
Yeah, I like the signing. To be fair, I like the signing, but yeah, go on. Fair enough.
I always had that opinion. His ship sailed from City. He'd done what he could have, and this season he hasn't been that player that he was when he left. So, and obviously that does matter of age and him playing for Barcelona and all sorts of stuff like that. But I think sell him. Yeah. I think you can easily get someone better, and there is players in that team who are better than him.
Yeah, so fair enough. I feel like He's been sort of put through the mud a little bit this season. Obviously, Rodri's injury was a big thing for us. He's then had to play in the sort of defensive position where he's not that guy. He's more of a guy running late into the box. He's one of our best attacking midfielders when he was here.
Oh yeah.
And he's put into the defensive midfield position. Same with Rico Lewis, and they haven't bonded at all. Like, they've been poor, and that's been our area of weakness ever since Rodri's gone.
And kind of just like been overran in midfield.
Yeah, and he hasn't got the legs to give. He's 33, 34 now, and you know he's getting on. So I feel like he's been put through the mud a bit this season.
The worst part is you look at the other teams that are up and around there and look at their midfield. You look at Liverpool, you've got Szoboszlai, you've got
McAllister,
all sorts of that. You look at Arsenal, it's Odegaard, Rice, Partey. You look at Chelsea, it's Enzo and Caicedo.
And then we've got Gundogan and Lewis.
Gundogan and Lewis, who the three teams I just said, you're getting overran.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I'd keep him and get another defensive midfielder in, so it allows Gundogan to
100%.
be more attacking. Kovacic next.
I still like him.
Yeah,
I think he's a really good player still.
Yeah, so do I.
I think for me, it's not too much to say. He's good at the ball.
Yeah.
Bigger pass. He comes up with the odd goal.
Yeah.
I think keep him.
Yeah, same with me. James McAtee. No.
Loan him.
Yeah. Same. I would loan him as well.
I remember his year at Sheffield United.
Yeah.
How good he was that year they went up, and I think if he gets a move to a lower Prem side, like a Leicester, like an Ipswich, obviously he'd be fighting for a place at Ipswich.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I think he can flourish, and I think there is a player in there to
be a Prem player,
and possibly try and compete with any position that you try and put him in.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I'd loan him as well. Same with you. Right, on to Matthias Nunez. What would we do with him?
See, I think he's a good player.
Yeah,
obviously he had that, and we spoke about this off camera.
Yeah.
The United game where he kicked the hollow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's still a player in him. There was a player at Wolves. There's a reason you brought him over to be that kind of utility player in the midfield.
Yeah.
He has the legs to run it.
Yeah.
If he's on form, and I think if you get him up to that sort of standard, it's definitely one to keep.
Yeah, he looked good off the wing this season. Like, he played a few times on the left wing, and he's looked really dangerous. He looked one of our best players in a 5-game sort of stint in the start of the season, and he looked really good. But in that United game, as you said, he was put at left back, and I thought he played very well at left back. He had a good game, and he's a player who's never played there before. Against Diallo, is one of the he's coming up to be one of the best wingers in the league.
He is getting there, isn't he?
And he had a great game as well, Diallo. And I thought we handled him quite well. And yes, the penalty, and that it really let him down because I thought he had an okay game. And that just put him through the mud.
For someone out of position, you can only do so much, especially against Diallo, where he's quite tricky, he's quite pacey.
Yeah, exactly. Like on to Rodri now. That's a keep.
Oh yeah, he's Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah,
controversially, but Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, true. Now Savio or Savinho.
I've had a lot of people to sell him. I really have. A lot of people said he's been one of the worst signings. But I think there is still a player in there.
Yeah.
You look at the first few games of the season, he looked like the next Riyad Mahrez coming through. With his left foot, his skills, his beating a man.
Yeah.
I think he's still young.
Yeah.
So I think just give him a few years.
That's it. So I'd keep him same as you. And Bernardo Silva.
I would keep him.
Yeah.
There's no
100%.
He's one of the best players, and he's been that best player.
And he's one of those underrated players, I think. Last few years.
If you spent a whole game looking at Bernardo Silva, you'd be shocked at how good he is.
Yeah, 100%.
Some stuff he does behind the scenes.
Yeah. And the last but not least, Erling Haaland.
Keep him.
Yeah,
sorry.
100%.
How bad? I know he missed that penalty against Everton, stuff like that, but he's still one of the top goal scorers.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. He comes on a lot of scrutiny because everyone expects in that first season the expectations
broke
like
records, stuff like that. But you're not going to get that every season.
No,
he didn't do that. He didn't have record-breaking seasons at Dortmund. I know he's at City, he gets loads of chances, but he's not having that many chances this year.
Yeah. So with that's our keep and sell for the Man City squad. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. A few controversial picks in there. But yeah, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll catch you next one.